Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, July 6th, 2015. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where we have bright blue sunny skies and white sandy beaches. But I have to tell you, it's nice and cool out today, to my surprise and delight. Windows are open, doors are open, absolutely gorgeous today. Early in the morning for me, and just really nice. I think it's going to be hot though this afternoon. The sun's starting to cook out there. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, come and visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, if you would let me introduce myself to you real quickly. We've got a lot to do today. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I record this in the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career out of the Fire Rescue Department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate my great career. Well, traders, guess what? It's 2015. I'm still hanging out in Thailand and loving every day. It is a great time zone to trade the Forex markets. As you know, it's a 24-hour market, and I can trade all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's sleep. I only do about 2.5 hours of the New York session. Traders, I'm always looking at fundamentals, technicals, charts, and looking for opportunities with probabilities on my side to be successful in my trades. So I try to keep an eye on things and try to enter trades where I can be profitable. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most of all, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, that's the legal stuff. Let's get over to news and commentary. Let's see what happened in New York. As we know, we did not have a New York session on Friday due to the 4th of July holiday, but the last time the markets were open, this is how they closed. The US 30 was negative 0.16%. The S&P 500 was negative 0.03%, barely in the red. The NZDUSD was barely in the red at 0.08%. The Russell 2000 was in the red, 0.63%. Come on over to London. Wow, a lot of stuff in the Eurozone over the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a moment. The DAX was closed negative 0.37%. The FTSE 100 in the red at 0.67%. The CAC 40 out of Paris was negative 0.57%. And the EUROSTOXX 50 in the red at 0.62%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia. And remember that these countries are currently trading. The Nikkei 225 out of Tokyo is negative 1.44%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 1.24%. The Shanghai is in the green, 4.34%. Good work. And the Hang Seng is negative 0.56%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is negative 1.07%. So that's what's going on that side of the news world. Let's talk about what's coming up on our economic calendar today, and to tell you the truth, not much. Big news is the vote from Greece is in. 100% has been counted, and they rejected it by a no vote. I think that was 62.3% for no. So it wasn't even close. They kept saying it was close. It was going to be a close one. No, it wasn't close. The yes votes only got like 37%. So yeah, just horrible. But it is what it is. They've voted no. So it's going to be a very, very interesting couple of days. Well, I'll get to my commentary in just a second. The high impact news today, we have 2. We have the CAD IV PMI in the New York session, and we have ISM non-manufacturing PMI out of the US. The London trading hours has no high impact news data today. It's all technical trading today during our London session. However, let's head over to my commentary, and my commentary is about Greece. They voted no. I don't know what that means as far as how their banks are going to handle this. To my understanding over the weekend was that they were going to be out of money on by Tuesday. So don't know exactly how this is going to work from this point on. The Prime Minister will stay in his position. The Finance Minister will stay in his position as they said they would. If it was a yes vote, the Finance Minister said he was going to resign immediately. However, it was a very strong no vote. So the people in Greece are behind their Prime Minister and they've made their decision. So let's see what happens now. It's going to be fireworks. So what my point is that we need to be really careful now, because what are we going to get? We're going to get everybody on a microphone today. They're all going to be talking today, and the charts are going to go up and down and all around. So really be careful on your trades today. Get to break even as fast as possible. Protect your trades, or don't trade at all. You know, I'd love getting a trade today. I'm going to be in front of my charts all day and all night. You know, up into probably close to 3 hours into New York. I trade another instrument, also traders in the New York session, so I need to be at my charts at the beginning of New York. So that's what's going on as far as our economic calendar and commentary. We have some good charts today, some good trade setups, some a little bit different stuff today. So why don't we head on over to the 60-minute Forex charts, trades, and remember that every candle is 1 hour. So what's the first thing we're going to recognize? We're going to come over and look at the euro dollar, and right off the bat, what's the first thing that hits you square in the eyeballs? Yep, look at the gap. The gap is absolutely huge. So I think this is going to be an issue. The gap's gotta get filled, and well, gaps get filled. Whether it takes a day or it takes 3 weeks, gaps get filled. That's just the way it is. So my trade plan for today is that yellow line is a resistance line, and I want this to come up to that resistance line at 1.1059, and we'll sell it. If we have to sell it where it is now, which is okay, it's just not. It's not that great of a. I mean, there's plenty of pips. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of pips, but you know, to get break even and put maybe 15 or 20 pips in your pip bag, so it's a safe trade. However, we sure would like to see this pull back up to that 50% mark, or you know, as close to the 38.2 as we can get. And no traders, I did not put the fib on the chart backwards. It's called a reverse fib, and that's because I always want to see where the 161.8 fib is, and that's below where it's not on the screen because I'm not using it today. But the fib is on the chart correctly. All right, so that's what's going on with the euro. It's bearish. We're going to continue to ride the train to the downside. We just need a good entry, and we're not there yet. So we'll just have to keep waiting. Let's head on over to the pound. Pound has been bearish. It continues to be bearish. Right at the moment we're at a spot where we really need a pullback, and you know the pound doesn't like a pullback. It had a tiny little gap. It's already closed it, and we're looking for, you know, I'd like to see this come up to that daily pivot. You see that pink magenta line there? It says D pivot. That's a daily pivot. 1.5597, somewhere in that area. You know, I'd like to see a bearish candle and sell this. I really don't want to sell it where it is right now. I really want to see some kind of a pullback. I think that's the way I like to trade. I like pullbacks. I don't like, you sure don't want to be selling at support, right? We don't want to sell at support. So what you have to wait for is if this broke support, the 55.45 level, you'd have to wait for a retest of that and then sell it, because now that's resistance. Because we don't sell at support, we buy at support and we sell at resistance, right? So I'm looking for the pullback. And I don't know if it's going to come all the way back up to the 50%. You know what? If it comes up to the 618, listen, I'll take that trade from there. I'll have plenty of pips to get in to break even and even some profit if for some reason it turns around and bounces the other way. So really simple trade plan. Just give us a pullback for London Open. Well, maybe it's probably going to be longer than London Open. We're probably looking at most of these charts for an hour to an hour and a half before we're actually going to see some movement in the markets. Well, the biggest thing is how's the Eurozone going to react to the Greece vote. That's the big issue. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar had some data today, low impact, nothing big, and no movement in the charts. Again, I'd like to see this come back up to this 50% fib at 0.7538, and we can sell it from there. However, if it only goes to the 618, where it is now, so the worst scenario is that this goes sideways for the next 5 hours, and we'll sell it from there. We got plenty of pips to get down to that 74 area, and we'll have plenty of pips in profit. We'll be break even. Everything will be okay. And we basically want to get out at the daily S1 and at 74. So we're fine as far as that goes. If this just goes sideways and we end up in an entry at London Open, that is fine. That's a perfectly fine trade. However, I always say it every day. Remember, the Aussie dollar is a commodity pair, and what do we have to worry about on a commodity pair? Yeah, the wobbleheads, the politicians and the people that want to make noise, getting on a microphone and making comments that are true or untrue. It doesn't make a difference, but they move the markets. And unfortunately, we need them, right? We need data, and we need them to make smart or stupid comments so the markets move and we can make profit. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This made a huge move on Friday. Look at this move to the upside. Really, really nice. I did what I said. I did not look at my charts on Friday. I finished my work, and that was it. My charts were closed. I took the day off. So I had a great weekend, and I'm all refreshed and ready to go for a new week. So what are we looking for here? Well, I want to buy this. I don't want to sell this, right? This is bullish. I want to buy this. So you barely see where the daily pivot point is, but it's at 46.85. So basically where price is at right now. However, I am not going to buy this in Asia where there's low volatility because, I just don't want to take that risk. This thing can dump 50 pips before the London Open. I have no idea. So I'm going to wait. Now, I'm not saying an hour or an hour and a half before London, if I had a good opportunity to buy it, I would buy it. There's plenty of pips all the way up to that profit area of 47.81. So, there's plenty of pips to make profit, get break even, and be safe in the trade. Again, we're in the sweet spot right now. I just don't want to enter this in an inactive zone right now. It's an inactive zone. There's no volatility. There's no data. There's nothing out there. And I have no idea what this is going to do. So the plan is there. It's ready to go. I'm just waiting for my entry. And that's about it. Real simple trade plan. Really, today, I got to tell you, most of these trade plans are pretty easy. This one is not too easy, and that's the Euro Yen. This is the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen is bearish. We know that. However, the situation here is we have a long way. We're at the daily S2. Now, last I looked at it, it did not close above the daily S2 at the top of the hour. So that means that the new candle, which was 20 minutes ago, started below the daily S2, and I didn't want that. I wanted this to break that daily S2, which is giving me hope that this is going to move up to the daily S1 area. I'd love for it to go to that yellow line, which is resistance now, at 136.20, 21, 22, 26, somewhere in there, and we can sell it. We can sell it from here. We have plenty of pips. I would not get out at 134.89, though. I'd get out at like 133.90. I'd go back down to that lower support and get out there. However, this is not going to be an easy trade. Entry is going to be vital here to make sure that we get break even within a reasonable amount of time. The old saying, you can be in a trade too long, right? That happens. You can be in a trade too long. Well, I'm an intraday trader. I don't like leaving trades overnight. I'm not saying I do not leave trades overnight. I don't like it, though, because I don't get no sleep. I end up waking up every hour and a half looking at charts. So 85% of the time, I do not leave my trades in overnight. I like to trade intraday, take my trade, stay in a trade 3 or 4 hours, and get out. Well, from the scalping hat, I'm in a trade for like a half hour, and I'm out. So that's how I do that. But this is probably the most, out of all the pairs, this is the most difficult pair we have today. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Really, really great pair. This month, this pair is the winner. This is just traded so nicely to the bearish side. Folks, we are at the sweet spot right now. right now is an entry to go short. Again, we're not going to take this trade now. We're in an inactive zone. There's no data. There's no volatility. So we're not going to take this trade. We want to take this down to 66.20. I'm going to wait. I hope this just continues sideways. And in 4.5 hours, we have a nice bearish candle, and I can enter this trade and take it down. Now remember, we're coming into that support line. That yellow line is a support line under that daily S1. So that we can expect a bounce there. And that can bounce all the way back up to your daily pivot. So when you're looking at your stop, keep that in mind that we're trading into support. Okay. I was going to put the sell trade below that support, look for the retest, and then that would be resistance, and then take the trade. But I just don't think that's going to happen today, because there's nothing to move the market other than people are going to be on the microphone all day today talking about the Greece vote. So I put it up here because I think this is, we're at resistance. It's a daily pivot point. So let's see if we can get a nice bearish entry. That wraps up our 6 currency pairs, traders. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining us on a Monday, July 6, 2015. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, have a great day. Grab those pips and be careful, and we'll catch you in 24 hours. Again, always before the London Open. Take care now. Bye-bye.